What's going on, A-Side family? We live at 5, man. Live at 4, man. It's your boy Truth. That's short for Truth Over Narrative. Welcome to A-Side Boxing Talk. So today, we got a special guest. Um, my favorite, not one of my favorite prospect in boxing right now. This guy 7-0, 5 knockouts, already ranked in the WBO at number 9. I got Keyshawn, the businessman Davis. What's going on, champ? How you doing, man?
What's up, man? I'm doing good, man.
How you? So I take you in Vegas right now, huh?
Yeah, hell yeah. It feel good out here finally.
Okay. Um. So actually, so as far as like your training and all that, how you feeling right now? You ready? You on time for April 8th, or how we feeling?
Oh yeah, man. Shoot, I'm already been training for a month already for real. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? We really got another month to go. So of course 8 week camp for a 10 round fight. Typical. I'm feeling great. My first 8 week camp. And
Okay.
shoot. I'm close to weight. I really couldn't ask for anything too much better.
Nah, for sure. Okay, so I like to do things a little different with my interviews. A little history about me. I was in the military for 11 years. I just got out in 2019, about 3 years ago. But my whole time I was in the military, I lived in the 757. I still got a crib in Suffolk. I got a crib in Newport News. I lived
Mm,
off Little Creek Road and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I'm familiar. I used to be around Norview and all that shit like that. You know what I mean? I
yeah.
really used to play the flea market on Little Creek. Like I used to be over there, man. So
Ah, hey, you at the flea market, you definitely in them trenches.
yeah, man. So tell me what Norfolk was like for you growing up. How was it for you when you was coming up, and what was the city like?
Shit. Well, really, as a kid, for real, Norfolk was really everything to us. Like everybody that I came up with in Norfolk, we love Norfolk. You know what I'm saying? Like our people in our city love our city. You know what I'm saying? Just coming up for us, for me and my brothers. It was really like we grew up like on a street full of like kids with like brothers just like us. Like
Hmm.
one across the street from us, it was like brothers of like a five.
Hmm.
It's like brothers like five, then the next house over is like two brothers, then
Yeah.
and next house over is more siblings. So like that whole street, it was like 13 kids. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
out of those, like out of all of us, we kind of like grew up together. We went to school together and stuff like that. And nowadays, now we older, we live in our own lives, but we still stick together and stuff like that. But growing up in Norfolk for real, once we got like to a certain age, like 18, 19, 20, shit started really getting bad.
Yeah.
People started beefing. I don't know if
Yeah.
you're familiar with the Uptown South Side beef, but
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
that shit started getting real, real bad. And a lot of my friends was involved in it, and some died. Some was doing the stuff, and it's weird because people from both sides of it was hitting me up on some on some congratulations shit, like keep
Yeah.
doing your thing and this, that, and
Yeah.
third. And these niggas is killing each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
the shit crazy nowadays, and nowadays it's starting to get calmed down, but Norfolk is still off the chains. But growing up, Norfolk for me was definitely like a life lesson of of my city and how much my city is almost like a Chicago. It's almost like a New Jersey, like a Detroit. We just so smaller than the other cities. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, wow, Norfolk is like gritty. We is like these other so-called super terrorist cities. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it just made me open my eyes like, wow, like we
Yeah.
we we are some type of different. We just
Mhm.
need eyes on us.
Yeah. Nah, fact. So it's funny, man, with you being from that area. Now, I forgot which. I think it was the fight last year on the Shakur Valdez card when you came out with PGF Nook.
Yeah.
Um, is we ever gonna see you come out with Young Crazy?
Ah, me and Crazy definitely had words, man. Me and Crazy definitely had words, man. But we never really locked in. It's like Crazy, like a person, like he like a person, like he would want like somebody to come to him. He not gonna come to, you
Okay.
know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we
yeah.
ain't never we ain't never really locked in like that. But it's definitely all
Okay.
love on both sides. But I got a friend, actually a brother, like a real brother. His name the Real Stacks,
Yeah.
and he a rapper and he nice as hell.
Okay.
Not on some bias shit. He nice. So my first rapper from Norfolk is definitely gonna be my brother.
Okay. So hopefully, man, if we could get that scope arena fight with you headlining, hopefully, we definitely get to see that you show that art, the love to the local artists, man.
Oh hell,
Um,
hell yeah, hell yeah.
Nah, so I'm gonna take a little turn, man. Because I got you, man. I got you here, and I want to ask you, as far as you concerned, what's your definition of family?
Family stick together. Family watch each other back. Family is loyal. Family is you could trust. You could trust family. You could rely on family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could talk to family.
Mhm.
Family is everything that keep a human sane. If you stay alone, you know, all your life and you don't have nobody to lean on or nothing like that, no family, no best friends turn into family, then you're
Yeah.
gonna be an insane person, you know what I'm saying? Family is really everything.
Mhm. Um, now leading into my next question, the reason why I asked that is because boxing is such a selfish sport. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like boxing is only you. Now you could train with other people, but when it's time to really put that work in, only you know that you're cheating yourself, and only you know if you're ready for that fight. And
facts.
since you became pro, you've been pushing this DB3 line together with you and your brothers. It hasn't been all Keyshawn, it's just me. I'm the Olympic silver medalist, this and that. You've been pushing this line with your brothers from the beginning. Even I'm not sure how it went, but to the point where your brother is signed to top rank just like you. Like,
Yeah.
why was that important for you?
Shit, cause like you said, shoot, it's family, you know what I'm saying? Family stick together and we've been doing this since we was kids together. You feel what I'm saying? And now that we on a high level with it, it makes it even more makes it more sense like to keep it going. Like it's nothing but right for my brother to sign with me. We've been doing it for kids. We've been doing it since we was kids, and we both great at it. You know what I'm saying? We're
Yeah,
not just good at it, we're great at it, and we're continue to get better. And Top Rank
yeah,
seen that. You know what I'm saying? And they signed him, and now he's moving up the ladder. You know what I'm saying? He's
word,
fighting
word,
six rounders. Next fight gonna be an 8 rounder. And shoot,
yeah.
like I said, we climbing that ladder.
Nah, as y'all should. And it's funny enough right now because both of y'all 7-0 with 5 knockouts right now. So that's funny. But truthfully, like I said, we talked before we got on. I know somebody that know you. We just established that. But I'm hearing that young boy Keon really the one. Like, talk to me about Keon, know what I mean? And where you see him at as far as an amateur and where you see that what he could be like in the pros.
Shit, Keon potentially out of the DB3, he's gonna be the best one. He got the most potential. He's 6'4", he's 21 years old, 6'4".
Oh, let me see. The phone went out. I think I lost you. I lost. Oh, damn. I think we lost him. Damn. I don't know if his phone rang or what happened. Ah, you know how I go with these things. Family. I think we lost him. Let me see. Uh, see if I can reach out to him real quick. Let me see. Man. Uh, okay, he went away. Maybe he gonna slide out and come back in. Um, Pause. That was crazy work. That was crazy work. My apologies for that one. Um, I think hopefully we could get Keyshawn back in. Let me see. See if he hit me up. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened with the. Let me see. Damn. You know how I go, guys. We having technical difficulties. Hey, you feel me, Karma? That was crazy work, right? My apologies. I gotta slow down here a little bit. Let me make sure. Let's see. Okay, so I think the Wi-Fi where they at messed up. He trying to fix the Wi-Fi. I just got the message that he trying to fix that Wi-Fi. Um, damn man, we was just starting to get to the, you know what I mean? It's all good though, man. But again, like I said, guys, I know I kind of sprung this last minute, but this is the Keyshawn Davis interview. Trying to get it in today. Hey, shout out to my brother Broadway Joel. I already hit the like button because I know this interview gonna be good. Now I appreciate it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Same shit happened to me today when I was interviewing someone. Yeah, man. And you know it's crazy, and they out there in Vegas right now. So you know you would think that the Vegas Wi-Fi is pretty good. Let me see. You would think that the Vegas Wi-Fi pretty good. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shout out to my man Brando. He said he coming right back. The Wi-Fi fucked up. All right, for sure, for sure, for sure. We waiting. You know what I mean? Just trying to see what we got going on, man. But yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. That's definitely one of my favorite prospects in boxing. My favorite prospect in boxing, man. So definitely ready to get him back up here so we can finish the rest of this interview off, man. But how y'all doing on this Sunday, man? I see we got 7 people watching, man. Just make sure, you know what I mean, we hitting that like button, you know what I mean, so that we could get this interview. Hey, Steph, was good, bro? You know what I mean? Appreciate you popping in. You know what I mean? You know, we tell him hit that like button. Cal, was good, my boy? Yeah, you know, we had Key in here just now, man. The Wi-Fi got a little messed up. The Wi-Fi got a little messed up, but we're gonna get him back in here for sure. My man Broadway Joel said Top Rank got these dudes doing bad with the Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's all good, man. You know, like I said, man, you know, shit happens, man. That's why, you know, and it's funny too, man. Just from a journalistic standpoint, man. You always got to be ready with these interviews. I remember when I first started doing interviews, I used to be so like, damn, I'm gonna just do the interview offline and then post it later for, you know, things like this happening. But you know, shit, man, shit happens. So we just gotta, I mean, you get it and you work through it, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no big deal. You get it, you work through it, and then hopefully, let me see. Word. But nah, hopefully we see we can get him back in here, man. But now, how everybody feeling on this beautiful Sunday, man? That Tony Harrison fight last night, man. I don't know, man. I don't know where Tony go after that, man. I don't know where Tony Harrison go for the future of his career. I feel like Tony Harrison is. I don't know. Like I just don't see Tony being one of them guys that's going to like settle being a gatekeeper. I don't think that. I don't think Tony Harrison. I think he is a very good fighter, but I don't think that he loved the sport of boxing enough to still compete and not be as competitive. Okay, all right, guys. So we got Keyshawn back in the building. It's going on. Everything good?
Yep, everything straight.
All right, cool. Let me pull everything back up. All right, so before we left off, I was asking you about Keon and where do you think he could compare to you as far as the amateur / Olympics, and what you think he would be as far as a pro?
I feel like Keon can be like the best out of the DB3 for real. Eventually, you know, 6'4", and when he turn pro, he can be at 147. And I feel like I can always compare him to myself. I feel like he can do everything I can do, but you know, he's 6'4" doing it.
Yeah,
That just means a lot more, you know. And just as a pro, I feel like once he starts, you know, establishing himself as a pro and just getting the fights on his belt, him at 7-0, that shit not gonna be fair. I know I was watching somebody from Australia yesterday. He was 4-0. He went to the Olympics and stuff like that, but he was 4-0 going 10-round fights at 170 something, and was looking good.
yeah,
You know, I just feel like my brother can definitely be one of them that moves super fast, 5-0, probably in 8-round fights or something like that. And you know, really solidify his name and also solidify the DB3 name too.
for sure. Now besides Keon, you got any other amateurs that you think is like really like that and that we should be looking out for in the future?
Definitely Jameer Germany. He's from Norfolk, Virginia. He started out in Norfolk, and he's doing his thing right now. He's a JO national champion. Last year national champion, and he doing his thing, man. He's gonna be one of the ones that come out of Norfolk. For the kid to take the next level. He's gonna be one of the ones, you know. And so
Yeah.
keep your eyes on Jameer.
Okay, got you. Now everybody know you, man. When we see you, you always smiling, you always high energy. and you keep that same energy. Even I feel like you fight just like your personality. Like you got some guys that's quiet, but like they might turn up in the ring, or some guys
Yeah,
that's really loud outside the ring, but in there they a slick boxing. They don't want nobody touch them. But like you
yeah,
give me the vibe of a guy that you fight exactly how you are. You know what I'm saying? What you think
yeah.
is the reasoning behind you having that gritty, that tough spirit? Like what you think is the reason for you that you like that?
Honestly, that came over time. Just me knowing, me figuring out who I am in the ring as a person. Me figuring out how I want to fight. Me figuring out how I mind games. Me figuring out who I am as a person in the ring. And in sports, in every single sport, the only way for you to be your best is to have fun. You know what I'm saying? So I just took that and just ran with it, honestly. And at the end of the day, it's a fight. So I'm thinking like, okay, we're fighting. I can literally do almost anything as long as the ref don't say anything. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I'm gonna take full advantage of having fun, fucking with my opponent's head, everything. I'm gonna do everything is in this fight because it's not basketball, NFL, not all these rules go to play,
yeah,
right? I'm gonna take full advantage of me having fun, showing my characters, fucking with his head because I'm having so much fun. He can't do nothing with me, and I'm gonna just take off from there. You know what I'm saying? And that definitely took time for me to develop and just show that in the ring, but that's how it came over time. It's like, man, this is a fight. I'm gonna do anything in this ring I fucking want to, literally. And
yeah.
that's exactly how it came in Pawn.
Word. Okay, so now we got Anthony Yiggett coming up. We know before him, Emmanuel Tago was the opponent. Um,
Yeah,
so with Tago, is that something that you kind of wanted? Like, I'm not saying I know you didn't go and ask for this guy. I want this guy Tago, but is that is
yeah.
that that was you happy with that opponent as for your first 10 rounder, or you wanted maybe something bigger than that?
Uh,
So I asked him if he accepted already. He says he's denying it.
He's breaking up bad, champ. I can't hear
It's
shit.
kind of hard to make a decision.
It's like that shit's breaking up bad.
I
Like it's like
want to tell him to forget because he might come back. I don't know. But people is saying, yeah, and I know and that's
I just hear a bunch of talking. It sounds like some crazy shit. I'm crazy.
he say he's an hours he
Damn, shit done went black again, man. Sheesh. Uh-oh, man. I think we done lost him again, man. That Vegas, I mean Broadway said the it's all good. Let me see. See if he come back to the yeah. Oh man, hey man, like I said, man, we know how this go. We know how this go. Things happen, man. That signal get the messing up. You know what I mean? Okay, let me see. I think we got him again. You hear me, chat?
yes, sir. My bad, man.
No, it's all good, man. Trust me, I understand shit happens, man. But yeah, I was asking about Tago, and was that the fight that you wanted,
Yeah.
or I guess was that something that the matchmakers was just kind of trying to put in front of you to say, hey, this is what we think is cool for your first 10 round?
It was really definitely the matchmakers. Everybody got their job in this game. My job was to fight. You got managers, promoters, and matchmakers. So I just let the matchmakers do their job because I mean, honestly, they've been in this game longer than I have been. You know what I'm saying? And when they gave me Tago, I was happy because, like I was saying, I fight Tago, and then 2 weeks after that, Ryan Garcia fights. And
Yeah,
Tago last fight was Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia didn't get to stop him. Me personally, I really felt like I was going to stop Tago. So
yeah,
that's just right there, just going to create controversy. Not saying I was
yeah,
going to potentially fight Ryan or anything, but it just would create controversy and just put my name more in the mix and just make things. It just makes more sense for me to fight Tago rather than me fighting Giga.
yeah, for sure. Now, well, we know that Yiga is the opponent. What do you think about him? And do you think that he could do anything that could possibly like pose a threat to you in the ring?
Yeah, for sure. Every fighter, have has their own little abilities and what they come up with. So every fighter definitely comes with some type of a threat. You just gotta be ready for everything to come with. But I just feel like Yigit, the only thing that's different about him is he's southpaw. In professional boxing, I never fought southpaw before, so we just gonna see how it goes for 10 rounds. I think it's gonna be easier, fighting a southpaw in professional because I got more time just to break him down, just to figure him out. Southpaws was never a problem with me. My brother is southpaw, Shakur Stevenson is southpaw, Bud is southpaw.
You spar one of the best two southpaws in boxing right now.
You feel me? So it's like I grew up with Shakur, so it's like I've been sparring southpaws all my life. So Yigit should get his ass knocked out. Bottom line.
Yeah. And so that's another thing I was thinking too. Obviously, we seen Baranchik stop Yigit for the title at 140. We seen Rolly stop Yigit a couple years back. Now, do you think it's like, do that put more pressure on you? Like, damn, Rolly done stop this man. And knowing how you talk about Rolly, right? More pressure on you to be like, damn, Rolly stop, bro. I gotta stop him now.
Hey, my last fight, I ain't stopped Burgos, right?
Nah, yeah.
But that was a hell of a fight, wasn't it?
For sure.
Don't I promise that every single time? If I don't stop him, it's gonna be a hell of a fight.
Nah, yeah.
And I lived up to it that last fight. You feel what I'm saying? So when it comes to this fight, it's gonna be the same shit. Y'all gonna love to see me fight. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna love to see me fight. People gonna have people's things to say. I can't control that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna go on there and I'm gonna be great. I'm gonna play basketball. I'm gonna smile. I'm gonna wave. I'm gonna fuck them up. I'm gonna knock them out. If I don't, it's gonna be a great performance. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's all that matters.
Nah, facts. Now you I wanted to ask you too. Now I'm about to hit another question, but now you talking about fighting, you talking about fucking motherfuckers up. So now I'm thinking, on that Shakur on the Valdez undercard, I forgot the dude name he was fighting, but it was a sequence in there where you hit bro with like 3 left hooks in a row. Like, so when you get to doing because obviously at that point you in your bag, you know what I mean? At that point you in your bag, just kind of doing what you're doing. Is that something that you practice, or is that something that you have in a conversation? Like, if I ever catch a motherfucker lacking, in a row, like how you get to do that in the ring? Like, man.
I mean, I can remember me talk about some shit like that because everybody remember when Tank hit the dude with uppercuts in a row like that. So when he did some shit like that, I'm like, damn, like that's crazy. But to answer your question, like it just happened. It just happened. Like somebody asked me that question before. Like they was like, Keyshawn, the boxer voice. They was like, Keyshawn, it looks like sometimes you already be knowing what you about to throw, but sometimes look like all your punches just come natural and they still be landing.
Yeah.
It definitely do be like that. Like when I was hitting that dude, it was 4 hooks. When I hit the dude with the 4 hooks, I hit him, boom, he ain't go down. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hit him again, boom. Okay, I'm gonna hit him again, boom. It's like each time, like he gotta fall. You feel me? And he was not falling, so it just came out to be 4 hooks. Fuck
it. As of right now, you rank 10th in the 10th. I think you might be 9th in the WBO right now, 10th or 9th in the WBO. So this your first 10 rounder. Realistically, when do you think that you're gonna be ready for that title shot?
Oh shit, for real? After this fight. This fight. Potentially, if I go 10 rounds, okay, I got 10 rounds under my belt. What's gonna be next after that? Like you understand what I'm saying? Yiga is gonna be is a tough fighter. He's a tough fighter, and he's older, and he's still coming to fight. He's not like a Burgos that's on his way out. I feel like Yiga still got fight in him. You know what I'm saying? And he got IQ. He know how to move, stay on his feet, and possibly he know how to survive for 10 rounds. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm definitely gonna get a lot of experience in that one little 10 round of fights. Like me just knowing me with my ability, shit. After this fight, after I go my first 10 round, world title. What's up?
For sure. So, if you had a choice, who would your next 3 opponents be?
Jeremiah Ortiz.
Jermaine Ortiz.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry, Jermaine Ortiz.
Yeah.
Jermaine Ortiz, Nakathili, Lomachenko.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Lomachenko ain't gonna stay long enough for you to beat him up. That's over. See, it's some guys, and I'll be talking about. And I'll talk about even with Tony Harris. It's some guys that love the sport enough to just keep fighting. But guys like Lomachenko, guys like Tony Harrison, they never gonna be journeymen. Like you're never gonna catch them with 6-7 losses. Like I don't think them type of guys love the sport enough to really sit back and know, like, damn, I'm probably not gonna win this one. Like them guys like that. But I would get that
But
joint though.
if they get cashed out though,
Yeah,
they'll cash Lomachenko. You know, Top Rank love Lomachenko. They'll cash him out.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
For me,
oh yeah. They want to see you there. Now in December, we got to see Frank Martin versus Michelle Rivera. Now I done seen some kind of back and forth with you and Frank Martin, but it seemed like y'all got like some kind of respect for each other a little bit. Like I don't think it been like too nasty, like with you and Frank. Know what I mean? Is that a fight that you could see yourself like having in the future?
Hell yeah, I would love to fight Frank, man. That's gonna be the biggest. That's gonna be one of my biggest fights of my career. I can already see it. People like everybody's already talking about me and Frank Martin, and we not even like trying to build the fight. You understand what I'm saying? The fans is making that fight happen. For him and for me, that's our big fight already. Like you understand? So that's already made. Just like me and Andy Cruz, if he was to go pro, that's already made. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going fight by fight, and whenever he falls under the WBO category, I'm on his ass.
Word. Now, it's another fight. Now, obviously, you know, I'm interviewing you, so for sure, I'm a boxing hardcore. We talk about this a lot. Now, after seeing that Frank Martin Michelle Rivera fight, you know, when we started, a lot of the boxing guys that I'm around, when we started to put that energy on your side, just one name kept coming up, and that's Raymond Morataya. You know what I mean? I keep hearing a lot of people saying, "Hey, that's a 50-50 fight. They might need to keep Key away from Morataya." Like I'm hearing them type of talks. Like, has that fight been presented to you, or is that something you would take without a title?
Hell yeah, I'll fight Morataya to get to the world title. Like, if you win this fight, then next fight world title with Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, I'll fuck Morataya up real quick. Morataya he's a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? He trained Mikey Garcia. Not Mikey. What's his name?
Robert Garcia.
Robert Garcia.
Yeah.
And you know, good coach, good fighter. You know, I ain't gonna take nothing away from him, but I just feel like he's basic. I've been all around the world. My nigga, like I've been all around the world. My next fighter, Yiga, is from Sweden. I done fought Swedens before. They box just like him. You understand what I'm saying? Like I done fought all around the world. Morataya is not coming with nothing I never seen before. He want to come, he want to press. He's slow as hell, and all he want to do is press. He must think he hit hard, but that shit is gonna be an easy 1-2-3 fight for me. So if the people want to see that, then tell Top Rank to, you know, put in my category. But I think Top Rank is really trying to keep him separate from me, honestly.
Yeah, that makes sense because they're building both of y'all meet for a unification. Like it just makes sense now.
But I just want the fans to know though, that's Top Rank. That ain't me. You understand what I'm saying? I'm with all that shit. Whatever person they put in front of me, like I said, the matchmaker's gonna do their job. I let them do their job and I do mine. You know what I'm saying? Whoever they put in front of me, I'm gonna fuck up.
Now, speaking of keep separate, right? You know Keyshawn, your brother. You know Keyshawn from Newark, New Jersey. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. You know what I mean? I'm from Newark. My nephew trained at Wally Gym in Newark. You know what I mean? So we definitely got that connection like that. So obviously, I know Keyshawn, your brother. No question. Y'all never gonna get in the ring. It was good, Chandler. Nah, but I know Keith. I know my bad, Keith. Right? I know Shakur is your brother. Right? That's what I meant to say. We never gonna get that fight, and we okay with that. Some of us okay with that, some of us not. But what I'm saying is, right, with Keyshawn now, I mean, with Shakur now being that lightweight, I was having a conversation, and I said, you know what? I think Core need to go ahead, get a vacant, and move up to 140 so he could fight the Devins and the TOs and all of that, and let Keyshawn run 135 because basically, besides Core, all the guys at 135 never been champions before. It's that new class coming up, so. It's going to be, especially if you saying they're going to keep Morataya over here, they're going to keep Key over here, Core over here. Like, that's a lot of over here's at one. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, niggas going to have to fight niggas going to fight eventually, bro. Like, I'm about to start main eventing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be fighting them niggas, them Nakatilis, them niggas gonna have to be taking them losses, my niggas. Basically, what I'm saying. Somebody's gonna have to lose, but at the end of the day, boxing still gonna be boxing. Rolly got his ass knocked down. Rolly still can main event. Like boxing is starting to change nowadays. Tiafimo still main event. Boxing is really changing whether people see it or not. You feel what I'm saying? Cambosis can still come back and get a world title fight, and he lost it twice to Devin Haney, but everybody still know he's still worthy. Like it don't matter. They can't keep us separate for too long. But I know when it comes to me and Shakur, I mean, we gonna fuck up the game with that one. We gonna
Yeah.
fuck up rules with that one and regulations with that one.
Yeah. Nah, man. Now,
But
besides this,
but at the same, but to answer that question, because we kind of talking right now, but to answer that question with the 140, the Corey going 140, he could do that. But it's like, just like you said, it's a new generation at 135. So why not fuck up the new generation?
yeah, nah, but see, for me, I always think about legacy. Like, I know y'all, like with guys like y'all, I know y'all
Yeah.
gonna get the food. I know y'all gonna get the bread. We not worried about that. Me,
Yeah.
it's legacy. And me being from Newark, I'm biased to Keyshawn. I mean, I'm biased to you and biased to Core. That's
Yeah.
okay. I'm biased to Core. I'm from Newark, right? But my issue be, I don't want the guy who I'm biased for to have to beat the leftovers of other guys. So
Yeah.
if he let Haney stay at 140 for too long, all the motherfuckers he gonna fight gonna be guys Haney beat already or guys T.O. beat already. I mean, I'd
Yeah.
rather him because he always been linked to Devin. Even right now, it's people saying he need to fight Devin right now, and Devin's supposed to have a Lomachenko fight. People, I see lives every day about Haney and Cole.
But let's be real though. Like, let's be real. At the end of the day, when it comes to Devin Haney not fighting Shakur, that's on Devin Haney because Devin Haney can fight whoever the fuck he want to fight. He's champion. He chose to fight Lomachenko. He chose to fight Lomachenko. If Devin Haney wanted to fight Shakur, he'd be like, nah, I don't want to fight Lomachenko. Give me Shakur. That's the bigger fight. That's the better fight. Let me fight Shakur. Why the fuck is he fighting Lomachenko? Because he know he's gonna win. Why would you want to fight? Why would you want to fight the 130 champion coming to 135? If you said legacy, right? You said legacy, right? And a nigga like him, no, he come from money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not speaking bad on him. It's just straight facts. You know, he come from money, so all he is fighting for is legacy.
Yeah.
So why are you fighting Lomachenko? Now I could be wrong if he fight Lomachenko, stays at 135 and fights Shakur.
Yeah.
But that's a reach.
Yeah, that is a reach. That's a tough ask too, especially somebody being weight drained. That's a tough ask for somebody. Yeah.
So why are you fighting Lomachenko? And we all know what's the bigger fight.
Yeah. True. No, you make sense. All right, now I'm gonna shift gears a little bit. We just got the Ryan and Tank kickoff with the press conference and all of that. Now we seeing that it's 136 with a 10-pound rehydration clause. How you feel about this 136 catch weight with this 10-pound rehydration clause? Is that fair to you? Is that something that you would do if you was the A side? Like, what you think about that?
Man, I've been around professional boxing so long. That's boxing. Floyd Mayweather did it. It goes all the way back to Muhammad Ali did it. Fucking Amir Khan and Kell Brook had hella stipulations in their contract for their fight. This is boxing. The fans just don't know that shit, and that's why I be saying the fans, the boxers be knowing shit, the insides and outs. The fans don't be knowing, so they be having their own opinions on shit, and we always don't get thrown under the bus because they think we don't know shit.
Yeah.
When reality is, we know all the ins and outs, and what Tank did is business. Like me, I would have all in my contract. Yeah, stipulations all on my side. On the A side, business, everything on my side. At the end of the day, we still gonna go in there and fight. Your heart still gotta be tested. Your body still gotta get put on the line. But when it comes to business, my shit gonna be right.
Yeah, that definitely.
I respect it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you gotta win it in that fight? Who you picking?
For sure, I'm going Tank. For sure, I'm going Tank. I just feel like he got the better skill and better ability, natural ability too. You know what I'm saying? All the way around. It's definitely gonna be a hell of a fight though. I think Ryan gonna come out and not play with Tank. He gonna step to him. I think he gonna step to him. I think he gonna show him no mercy. I think he gonna really try to fight Tank like fuck it, whatever happens type shit. But I think Tank gonna pull it off. I think Tank gonna knock his ass out.
Yeah. Now that's somebody else too. Like, you know, we haven't heard that many talks about that because where you at in your career and where he at in his career. But I'm sure that I think that Tank is going to be a career 135 fighter. I don't think he's moving up to 140 no more. I'm sure he's not going back down to 130. So if let's say we could get Keyshawn that WBO strap by next year. Is that a fight that you would want? Now, you probably would have to cross the street as the B side, but is that a fight that you would want? How would you see that fight happening with you and Tank?
Yeah, man. Long story short, I mean, I'm in the game to fight everybody. So any big fight, hell yeah, bring them on. You know what I'm saying? Davis on Davis, just our last names, ourselves, just matching up with each other. Davis versus Davis,
Yeah,
that shit is gonna sell. You understand what I'm saying? So just how both of us fight, we both entertainers in the ring for sure. People love watching us fight. Definitely a pay-per-view fight. I would love to fight him. I just feel like he's smaller than me, you know what I'm saying? He definitely got explosion and most likely the power over me. I got real good explosion though, so I can't say he got that over me, but just natural power, I can
yeah,
say he got that over me and stuff like that. He been pro way longer than me, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So he should have that over me, but I just feel like just if you just talking about pure boxing all the way around, I think I box better than him. Um, he's a great boxer though. Like if we talk about pure boxing, I wouldn't say I box better than Shakur. You
yeah,
understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
But if we
yeah,
talk about pure consistent boxing, I think I box better than him. But at the same time, I never fought a 10 round, I never fought a 12 rounder. You understand what I'm saying? So I can't really. It's hard for me to answer that question
yeah.
as truthful as possible, but I'm gonna just tell you how I feel, and that's just how I feel.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Now, again, like you said, people like to see you fight, but for some reason, I mean, you only 7-0, but for some reason, it's like people already want to see you lose. People already like I don't want to say going against you, but I guess because of your attitude and the person you are, people already like they already invested in seeing somebody beat you or seeing you look like average. Why do you think that's for?
I think I bring that own attention onto myself with my lives and how I talk, and I bring that attention to myself. You know what I'm saying? But I can say that's really like only a handful of people that really want to see me be that because they
Yeah,
probably like the person that I gotta fight, or I probably just talk too much. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But it's really like only a handful because everything I talk about be straight facts.
yeah,
Talk
yeah,
straight facts, and anytime I'm wilding or doing anything, it's always a reaction. I'm
yeah,
never acting first on anything. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So everything I do is just authentic, is real. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I just feel like I got more people that really fuck with me rather than just the people that don't.
Yeah. Now, speaking of straight facts, Chant, we getting a lot of super fights this year. That one fight that everybody still want, Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence. Are we at the gym with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
That
up?
one super fight that we want, that Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence fight. I just seen an interview with Steven Espinoza and said they still focused on each other. So it's possible that we might
Yeah.
be able to get that fight. Of course, we know that you team Crawford. That ain't got to be said. But how would you see that fight going? Like, do you see Bud stopping them? Do you like how do you see that fight going? Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence.
They could stop one another, but I honestly think it's gonna go a 12-round fight. Both of these guys never been stopped before, and both of these guys just not going for none of that shit.
Yeah,
Like we
yeah,
just got two guys that's not going for none of that shit.
yeah,
They going like all the rounds. Like except for that Tommy Hearns and Marvin Hagler, that was different. That was like
yeah,
real beef. But like
sure.
this not beef, but it's like just it's damn there. It's
Yeah,
damn there, but
yeah,
it's not beef, but it's you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I just feel like I don't think they're gonna stop each other. I think it's gonna be a 12-round fight, and I think that shit is gonna be a lot of punching. A lot of
word.
punching.
And I know you got to go, so I'm gonna get to this last section of questions. Then we're gonna wrap it up. This is my little section I like to call a ring walk. So my first question to you is, go on. Let me see, man. He popped out. Ah, it's a choppy one, man. My man YK Mel said exactly. Tank already gave him the catch weight, and they wanted Tank to fight a motherfucker weighing 160. Yeah. 10 pounds is a lot of weight. Depends, Karma. You know how I go. Man, Kyle said respect the honesty. Yeah. Nah, bro, definitely being honest, man. We getting real humble key today, man. I appreciate that. We getting humble key today. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the humility. My boy Cal said, "Hey man, we got okay. All right, got you. We got him back in here now. So we gonna go ahead.
Man, my mama started calling me.
No, it's all good. It's all good. So for this ring walk, so my question was, when you in the ring before the bell ring, you done made your walk. I mean, you warmed up in the back before that bell start the ring, and Bo Mac getting out the ring and all of that, or whoever it is. What's going through your mind right before that first bell ring?
One more time.
I said, my question was, while you in the ring, whether you just walked out, you getting ready to fight, Bo Mac getting out the ring, or Red, or whoever's coaching you for that fight. What's going through your mind before that first bell? Like, is it kill? Is it the game plan? You calm? Like, what you thinking about right before the first bell ring?
I be laughing like this. I be like, I'm about to fuck this nigga up. I swear to God, I be just like that. I be in the back, I be backstage, I be walking around, just looking around. I come out of nowhere, just say, I'm about to fuck this nigga up. Like, I just be thinking. And like, if I get nervous, I get mad. Why the fuck this nigga got me nervous?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of weird when I'm fighting. Like, I'm kind of a little weird. But shit, but like before that bell ring though, ain't no nervous, ain't no scared. It ain't none of that shit, cuz. I'm about to fuck you up.
Word. Have you ever had any jobs outside of boxing? Like,
yeah, I used to before I got on the team and started getting paid and stuff. My first and only job, I used to be a bagger at a grocery store for tips. I used to bag people groceries and walk into the car, and they used to tip me.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Nah, that's dope. Nah, that's fire. Now, if you had a choice with no money ain't the option, but you can only have one car in the garage. You only get one whip in the garage. You know what I mean? What car are you going with?
Bro, why would you do that, bro? Why would you do that? I'm gonna go with the hood nigga dream. I'm gonna go with the Lambo.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Lambo. If I pop up with a Lambo every day, I'm something.
Okay. All right. So while you in training, while you working out, or even fight time, what music you listening to? Like, what you listening to right now to turn you up?
Future. Boston.
Okay. All right.
Of course, Dirt, baby. Well, I can't think right now, but it's definitely Future. I definitely listen to that Young Boy. Can't even lie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I listen to that Young Boy, that Future.
Nah, I'm rocking with that. All right. After the fight is over, you got your knockout. You just won. What's the first thing you going to get to eat after the fight?
I don't really have an after fight ritual, but my favorite food is fried chicken. So if anybody up here that gets some fried chicken, I'm dead ass though. Fried chicken. I can't find no good fried chicken just like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fried chicken though. What's up?
Yeah, nah, for sure. Now this next question, I got a couple more. We're gonna be good, but this next question is a little off topic. Now the question is, it's a two-part question. Number one, are you single? And number two, what's the 3 qualities that a woman gotta have for you to be like, you know what, I'm gonna make her my girl?
I think I am single. Hey,
that's crazy.
Hey, you know I do not like you come dead ass. I hope not, you know what I'm saying? I really like it, you know what I'm saying? But hey, what's your second part?
I said, what's three qualities that a woman gotta have for you to be like, you know what, I'm gonna make that move?
Self-motivation. Self-motivation. My girl gotta be confident because I'm confident.
Yeah.
And self-motivation, confident. She don't really gotta be too much independent. That's like a plus for me.
Yeah.
But, if you're self-motivated, you're driven. What else? I like somebody that's family oriented. For a female, self-driven. You know, what's my second one?
You said
self-driven.
You say she could be.
Confidence.
Yeah.
And family oriented.
That's
for sure.
Yeah. Do you got a talent that we don't know about?
Nah.
Okay.
I mean, I play other sport. I mean, I play football and shit. That was my old talent. I don't play it no more, but I'm really like a sports talent type of.
Yeah.
I mean, I know how to write and shit, but like, don't nobody give a fuck about that.
So you won't get on your Morion shit or nothing like that with nobody
else.
Nah,
I don't sing or rap. Hell no. I can direct some shit though.
Facts. And my last question, champ. What is it that you want the world to know about Keyshawn Davis?
I'm authentic. I'm real. Like I'm authentic. I'm real. I'm a person you can still come up to. You can just talk to. I'm gonna be regular as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't carry myself like I'm Keyshawn. And however you want to look at me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a regular person, I'm real, you know, y'all might see me on TV, I might look like a certain type of person, but just remember, everybody I see on TV is just like y'all, regular, like we all regular people at the end of the day. And just know I'm gonna carry myself like that too. So
Yeah.
in a good way, not regular,
Yeah, for sure.
but in a good way. So
Yeah.
I want people to know that about me for sure.
Word. All right, champ. Well, hey, I appreciate you, man. Shout out to my young boy Brando for putting that bug in you. That's my dog. You know, we talk like damn near
Yeah.
every day. That's my brother. So shout out to
Yeah, yeah.
Brando for real for
He
setting
right
us
here.
up.
You know, he out here with me shooting me and stuff.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's my boy. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's my brother. Yeah,
Hey,
but
we gotta do this again though, bro.
listen, yeah, especially when you get situated, so we can really turn up and run through everything. Nah, for sure. I know you got work out there. I know you putting that work in. I appreciate you for putting the car time out. Sure.
For sure, man. Hit me.
All right, I got you, champ.
All
right. Hey, man, that was the interview, man. I think it went pretty well. I would have liked for it to be a little better, a little bit of signal issues, man. But what I'm gonna do, like I always do, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. I'm gonna let whoever come up so we could politic, you know what I mean, party and bullshit and kick it, man. So here we go. I just dropped the link in the chat. Shout out to my man Trill. Shout out to my man Boston. He said good stuff. My man Trill with the fire emojis. My man Gritty said, "Oh, he dangerous." Yeah, Carlo laughing. That shit was funny, man. I be trying to hold it down, man. But I asked the motherfucker, he's single. That motherfucker said, I think I am. What the fuck? That shit was funny. Martin, man. W, great interview. Hey, I appreciate it, man. So again, that was Keyshawn Davis, man. I gotta get Core, man. We gonna before we gonna get Shakur, man. I don't know how I'm gonna figure it out. We gonna get it right. Shout out to my beautiful wife, Lindsay. She just said, put the fire emojis. Thank you, baby. She probably upstairs running around doing something somewhere, but I appreciate her keeping the house quiet while I'm doing my interviews. Yeah, appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Boston's core would be crazy, man. We got to definitely get core up in here, man. That's one of them joints I want for real, man. Hey, my man Kyle, what's going on, my boy?
What it do, brother?
What's good?
What's popping? Yeah, man. I like them more kind of interviews, man. The ones where it feel more down to earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's more relatable. It's like he said at the end, and you could tell he take pride in that, man. Just being regular, bro.
Yeah.
Instead of being one of the dudes who get too caught up in all the riffraff, bro. I appreciate shit like that.
Yeah, fact. I wish it would have been. I wish you would have been situated, because now I'm gonna have to go back and cut it up and figure out which parts you could hear him on and all of that. Yeah. So we definitely gonna do it again. But like I said,
definitely give you some work.
Yeah, we locked in though. So I'm sure I'll be able to get a good interview from him, maybe right after the fight or maybe shortly after the fight to kind of do a recap, man. How you feeling today, man? What's going on, man? What's good for today?
Man, I'm chilling, man. This actually was the highlight of my day. You know, sometimes we get that Sunday boxing, sometimes we don't. So, as far as what I was looking forward to today, bro, let me tell you, it was like 4:10, and I'm like, I remember you said 4:00 yesterday.
Yeah.
So when it got like 4:10, I'm like, oh shit, I probably gonna miss it. And then I went to your YouTube to see if you had dropped. I went to your Twitter to see if you had dropped the link. And then when I got on this joint, it said 4:30. So I'm like, okay, boom, I'm right on time. But I thought I had missed the beginning, honestly.
Because so they had so what happened was we were supposed to do it on Friday. Remember, we were supposed to do it on that Friday, but bruh just had a bunch of stuff. Like it was stuff that just kept getting in the way. And then we went to do it today, but I know he wanted to knock it out for me. You know what I mean? And so it was either gonna wait some time to figure it out again next week, or I'll try to catch him like in between workouts. But the signal and all that. So you know what I mean? It's all good. Things happen. My man Boston said, hey, man, honestly, your channel was a breath of fresh air. Way too many YouTube channels are with the bullshit and drama. Shit get exhausted. It do get exhausted, and I appreciate that shit, bro. And truthfully, that's why I do this shit. Like, I be really doing this YouTube shit for, it was two main reasons. I'm going to be honest. Like, number one, three. Number one, I just felt like people that look like me wasn't getting they just due when it come to boxing media. I just felt like that. Floyd is Floyd, you know what I mean? But when I say people like me, like, ain't no reason motherfuckers like Lomachenko should be floating around at the top of the pound for pound for years. Like, when I see shit like that, that shit make me feel like it's a certain group of people that's in charge and that's running shit, and they not having no challenges. You know what I mean? They're not being challenged. That's number one. Number two, I watch fights a lot, right? And I just kept seeing this narrative. Like, you might be watching a fight. Let's say you're watching a fight, right? Whoever's fighting, fucking Cool Boy. Let's just say Cool Boy, right? He fighting. Now, when they introducing the fighters, if he fighting a white guy or a Mexican guy, he might say, yeah, this Mexican guy was an amateur with this type of career and blah, 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 blah. But then when Cool Boy about to fight, they like, yeah, his dad was in jail for 20 years and his mom used to sell bricks of coke on the block. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why? Like, I never understood. And that shit happened a lot, man. Like, I be seeing that a lot. Like, it's like, damn, that's the only stat y'all could come up with, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, bro, that shit be all over the place, bro. Like you say, I mean, the good thing about it, you're able to grab the horns and take control of, you know, some of our own people's narrative. You get what I'm saying? By being able to put out this work and let them give it to us blood raw type shit. But also, man, you see that shit everywhere. Like, remember the issue with the box rec with the fucking jail pictures and shit, bro. Like, that was some shit, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy work. You know what I mean? And so at the end of the day, them things just made me. And then again, I know that I got my favorites. Like, everybody got their favorites, but I could talk boxing without being a fanboy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and the reason what Boston's is talking about these pages is because these pages, that's exactly what they is. These niggas not trying to cover boxing. They just trying to be a fanboy of their favorite guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a difference in somebody that's going to go to the fights, that's going to interview multiple people, that's going to ask the tough questions, that's going to ask the real questions, that's going to go all. I done interviewed The Zone, Top Rank, PBC. I done been to all of their fights. I don't got a problem with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a PBC. Like, I don't get paid by the motherfuckers. Nobody don't pay. And even if they did pay me, you got to pay me under the understanding that I'm still going to be me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be bought. You know what I mean? Like, and so at the end of the day, that's big on me. Like, I love being non-biased. Now, it's certain shit that I feel strong about, but even in me feeling strong, that's not gonna make me be biased. You know what I'm saying? So
I think another thing that we saw in him too, man. You know, some boxers like to talk about, you know, certain shit like personal things or like things about themselves when it comes to boxing. But then you got some boxers who just look at all that shit like how we look at it. Like, you could tell they just a fan of this shit as well. You feel me? And I can see like that was coming out of him. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I like to see that too when I'm watching the interview.
Yeah, and then another thing is like, and I don't want to keep getting on this. The last thing I'm gonna say about it, but like that's like boxing got to, like, why do boxing got to be the rap game? As a black fighter, why do you gotta have chains and jewelry and all that shit to be popular? Like, you got Virgil, like you got guys like Virgil Ortiz, right? Virgil Ortiz played the guitar. Like, he not no hardcore gangster type Mexican, but they still love and respect him. Sebastian Fondora is a regular weird cool kid. Like, he's a weird ass guy that box. Nobody nobody don't give him shit because he don't act or look a certain type of way. You get what I'm saying? Even a lot of the hardcore Mexican guys, right? Like, Virgil can't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
They not like, oh, you ain't real Mexican. You motherfucker can't speak Spanish. Blah, blah, blah. They just rock with you because you one of them. So why, when it come to the black fighters, why they got to have a chain? Why they got to dress a certain way? Why they got to have a certain type of female to be popular?
All right, now I'm gonna tell you how I look at this sometimes. I think with fighters as well as even rappers, you get what I'm saying? Since we made that correlation, I think everybody just get what they put out. You get me? Because even if we look at the rap game, you know, when you look at the rap game, it's kind of like something that's kind of dangerous. You know what I'm saying? To a certain extent, you say the wrong things, you bring on a certain kind of energy. You know what I mean? You come in, you talk about, you know, what your gun to do and what your niggas to do, you gonna attract that type of shit.
Yeah.
But when you come in and you a nigga like Cole, we don't see J. Cole getting in riff-raffs. We don't see niggas like Kendrick Lamar getting in riff-raffs. And I think it's the same thing. I think it's the same thing with boxing. When you one of them boxers who, you know, you move around and you kind of got that hood persona, then that's the kind of shit that you're gonna attract. That's the shit that you're gonna bring. But when you chilling out, like Fundora, we don't hear shit about Fundora when he ain't in the ring for the most part, like on the negative shit. You know what I mean? The negative shit surround the people who into the negative shit. So again, I think that's just whatever you put out is what you get back type vibe. You feel me?
Yeah, no, I feel you. But I do be feeling like for example, you got fighters like Charles Conwell, brutal, beat dog shit down your leg. Like he like that. But he also not like a big show-offy. He not like a big shit talker and stuff like that. He a quiet guy, but he go in the ring and he handle business. But most people don't know who Charles Conwell is.
I mean,
you get what I'm saying? Like,
I just think that's once he get to a better level of competition, I think a lot of more people will be on hip to him. You feel me? I think he at that level where, you know, people just now starting to find out, and then, you know, with this boxing shit, bro, it's hard to reach that next level. It's hard for casuals to start recognizing you, or you know what I mean? Because if you ask the normal casual, bro, they probably could name 5 current boxers, maybe. You get me? So that just lets you know, and if you compare that to how many current boxers it is in the game, bro, for them to only be able to name 5, it kind of almost lets you know exactly how hard it is to get to that level. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly, man. So, but it's all good, man. But I appreciate that though, Boston. You definitely, bro. That's definitely why I do what I do, bro. Because again, I just the fanboy shit, the boxing YouTuber, but all of your videos is about one topic. You know what I mean? That shit corny, bro. That shit corny. To me, when I see shit like that, that let me know that you failed as a human being, and now you just going for anything. Now you just trying to do something that's going to run the bag up. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how now I could be completely wrong. I could be way off base, but when I see channels and you look through the videos, and the last 15 videos you did was Earl Spence Crawford videos. That shit, I'm writing you right off. Like, I'm not you know what I mean?
See, I'm gonna tell you, man. No. If you wasn't finna, go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead. No. I said, but go get your bread, dude. I never knock nobody for getting their bread, but that's not real journalism. That's you trying to pad your pockets, and there's nothing wrong with that. But say that,
right, man. You know, make it clear what you own out here. But because I'm gonna tell you, man. When I first, remember I say all the time, man, you know, you got different worlds in this boxing shit. You got the Instagram boxing world, then you got Twitter, then you got some people come over to YouTube. You get what I'm saying? So thinking, you know, Twitter is kind of like top dog. You know, we got presence on Twitter. You feel me? But I told you I was more of an Instagram guy. You know what I'm saying? So I was always on the Instagram with it. So I kind of like got caught up in that riffraff because again, we all got our favorite boxers or whatnot. But as a person who's still a fan of the game, it's just certain shit. It's like, okay, if this motherfucker did this wrong, or if I don't agree with this motherfucker, I'm not just about to agree with this motherfucker because I like him as a boxer. Like, nah, that shit was corny. That shit was out of line. That shit was out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed that it was a nigga who I had been following for a while. And I noticed, like, hold on, you know, we like some of the same boxers, so that's why I was feeling you, but I'm not feeling you now when this nigga just did this corny shit and you still going to bat for him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, once I got over to Twitter and I met all of y'all and shit, you know, I ain't been back to that page since, bro. Like you say, bro, I X you out now because you're not looking at this shit, you know, like they say, man, you're not a fan of boxing, you're a fan of boxers.
You know exactly. So, you know, how I go. But nah, man, I was just sitting here, and like I told Keyshawn too, I was sitting here last night. I don't know if Tony fight again. Like I'm sitting because I think like somebody like Tony Harrison, you can't really get me to believe that he like loved the sport of boxing. Now, I'm not saying he wasn't dedicated. I'm not saying he's not a dedicated fighter. I'm not saying he wasn't a good fighter. I think Tony Harrison was a very good fighter, is a very good fighter currently, and I still think he's top 10 at 154 right now. I still think he is.
Right.
But I find it hard. I mean, now you getting damn near to the you're getting damn near to the Linares conversation where, you good, But when you lose, you for sure get knocked out. Like, you know, Tony got 4 losses now, all 4 KOs. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it's either you win or you get knocked out. Now, I'm having a hard time trying to figure like a guy like Tony. Now, I know he sparred with Charles Conwell for this fight, but I'm having a hard time thinking like Tony versus Charles Conwell. I just can't see that. I can't see like now maybe Tony versus Danny Garcia, but now that he lost, I don't think that Danny would even fight him. You know what I'm saying? He's too dangerous and shit like that. I was really racking my brain last night and this morning as to if I would ever see Tony Harrison in the ring again. I'm really not sure we would.
I mean, well, we may see him in the ring, but it may be with a water bottle and a game plan. You get what I'm saying? that might be his calling as of now. But I mean, do I think he's done? No.
Yeah.
Do I think he could compete at the top level of competition at the weight class that he's in? Also, no. So I mean, it's all about what Tony want to do. I mean, do you want to sit around and fight, you know what I'm saying, that kind of B-level competition, or do you want to finish letting these A's, you know what I'm saying, you know, rock you to sleep? It's all about what you want to do. You get what I'm saying? Because I mean, every time you get in there with one of them, you know, them A-list, man, shit, they doing it to you. And I don't know how much of that shit you want to take, man. And I mean, if we look at his performance, bro, his performance wasn't bad. It's just he can't get the job done, bro.
Yeah.
Can't get the fucking job done. And he said that shit. He said that shit. Remember, he said that at the beginning of the thing, like when they was showing a little video before the fight. He was like, yo, why are these people beating me? Like, why am I losing to them? You get what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
You're not ironing the whole shirt, bro. It's something that you just missing, bro. And I don't think that you're gonna ever be able to get that done, bro, especially with the level, with the top people at 54 and the people that's on the way, bro. Xander probably will do it to him.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Xander don't got enough pop to fuck with Tony, for sure not. But I mean, I'm just looking at this list right here, and like, I'm not sure he beat Castaño. I for sure know he not beating Fundora. Obviously, Zeus. So the first 3 guys, the champion, and the first 3 guys is out the way. I don't think he was going to be Charlo again.
He not beating Lubin. Lubin went forward with Fundora.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And so, again, you look at Lubin, it's like, I don't think he can beat Lubin. This guy, Kurbanov, I don't know him like that. Liam Smith, he might could beat Liam Smith. Madrimov and Soto, I'm not really.
But that lets you know where we at. If we damn near put him and Liam at a 50-50.
Yeah, man. You're right.
Conwell should be on the top with the other guys as far as ain't nowhere near touching them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think Conwell him too.
Conwell will be his 5th knockout, and then I mean with Lara, I'm somewhere around 50-50, 60-40.
Yeah. Damn, man. Damn, that sucks, man. I mean, because again, Tony is but either way, it's other avenues in this shit. Like, you don't gotta just be a fighter. I mean, obviously he a coach. He got an undisputed champion that he's coaching. He got his own gym. Maybe we could start seeing fighters coming out of his gym and start, doing some other things as well. But like I said, man, I just can't see. I mean, and I know he partial to the WBC, but I just can't see Tony. I can't see it, bro. I can't.
Yeah, man.
But I just can't see Tony. I can't see it, bro.
I
just can't see Tony. I can't see it, bro.
Hold on, wait. Damn. Okay, there we go.
Oh, I thought that was me. I was about to say, damn.
No. That was I clicked that other window and the volume was still on there. It'd be 2 windows up.
Yeah.
But yeah, though, man. I don't know, man. I really don't know what I see next for him. I wish him the best, bro. I like I say, he grew on me as a guy. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing I wanted to say too. When you mentioned to Keyshawn how some boxers fight just like their personality.
Yeah,
I don't think that's the case with Tony.
Nah, it's not. It's not. Because he talk a lot of shit, but he is a slick talker. You know what I mean?
He's a slick boxer, so you might be right. You might be.
You know what I mean? But he do talk a lot of shit though. Like, you know what I mean?
But he wasn't slick enough though, bro, because he could have did a lot with that right at the beginning when he was throwing that left out there, bro. I'm like, okay, yeah, that right coming. I know it's coming, and it never came.
See, but like my man Steph, and I'm looking at the comments, like he's saying he only 32, and he say dog only 32, and he's still a top contender in my eyes. I don't see that. Last night I saw a guy that looked like he wasn't moving. So we know Harrison as being a boxer. He wasn't moving, like he wasn't boxing.
Pause, Boston. Right? Pause, Boston.
Yeah. But
pause,
and then he said, like, but even with that, let me see. I'm gonna put this other comment. He said last night was a winnable fight for him. It was competitive, but he still got timing for sure. Tony got the timing. He still got his timing down. But I mean, even Tim Tszyu even looked faster than him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even the jabs that, like, even you look at Tim Tszyu face, he didn't even look that bad, and Tony was jabbing him up. Like, but every time he was landing flush on Tony, he was hurting him. He was hurting Tony. Like, he was fucking, like, that third round, man, Tony was all over here with it, bro.
Hey, man, I ain't see him with no clear path to win the fight either, though. Like my man Boston's. And then another thing too, bro. I mean, let's define top contender, bro, because if you calling him a top contender, then that means you feel like he able to compete against the top guys. And I mean, we just went through that rundown. I mean, on that top row, 1 through 5, bro. I mean, he was one of them, but let's say 1 through 6, bro.
No, he was 1 through 5. Now that was before he lost.
So it's like, bro, who can he compete with up there? I mean, everybody up there. If you line him up, bro, he coming in as the underdog. He don't come in as a favorite with none of those guys. He probably don't come in as a favorite with nobody on that on that entire list that we just saw, honestly, and definitely not against 2 of them.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
So I don't really see that as a contender, bro. He kind of, you know what I'm saying? He kind of about to go on his journey.
Yeah, and again, I just think Tony Harrison, I'm not sure he loved boxing enough to be a journeyman. You know what I mean? I don't think Tony Harrison loved boxing enough to lace up a fight knowing his next fight not leading to the strap.
What he say? They're gonna be betting on who could knock Tony out the fastest.
Knocking him out quicker.
Oh shit, dog. Yeah, but I definitely see it like that too, bro. Like if you don't have no clear path to a strap, then why we here?
Yeah, so he's saying even on the inside, he was putting together better work than Tim. He was
putting together some good work.
Yeah, he was putting together good work, but it wasn't doing nothing.
Right.
He didn't go to a boxer. I don't think he went to Tim Tszyu body at all.
And what's the point of racking up points and it's not effective?
That's what I'm saying. Like he ain't go to Tim Tszyu body. I don't know. I just feel like it don't feel like he was coming to win, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like even from the beginning on, I'm like, yo, he didn't even move. Like they were just standing there, bro. Like it was like I don't know, man. Maybe he was over. The only thing I could think, maybe Tony had overtrained a little bit or something. But again, like Tszyu was jabbing and then throwing that quick ass left hook, landed on Tony. Straight right hand, landed flush. Like you said, this shit looked like he was knocking fucking
ice off the ball.
Ice off.
Hey, man, them chunks of sweat coming off that ball here was so big. It looked like it was snowing in the ring. But I didn't know what the hell was going on, boy. But man,
that was crazy. Yeah, so he said Almonte said Tim pressed the gas on in the 5th. And the ring was small. That ring was small. But I'm not sure if that was an 18 by 18. I'm not sure. Was it an 18 by 18 ring?
No, it was a big ass ring.
No, it was small. It was a small ring.
Thought it was a small ring.
I thought it was a small ring.
I thought it was pretty big, man.
No. Either that was a 20 by 20, which is average, or that was an 18 by 18.
I'm gonna tell you another thing too, though, buddy. The way Tony was backing up when he did back up, he wasn't turning. He was backing straight up. So of course he gonna find the ropes. You feel me? And then Gritty, what you say, he stood right in front of him, bro. That's not what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, he wasn't definitely
he's supposed to fight the outside fight, bro. He was snapping that jab, and whether it was effective or not, it was landing and it was scoring. If he would have stayed there, he would have looked a little better. Now, not to take away from him, because I even said he did have some good times where he looked good on the inside, but that wasn't his fight though.
But you know what, Cal? We got to take away from it. And no disrespect to Tony Harrison. we got to take away from him. And the reason why I say we got to take away from him is because after that fight, I still can't tell you nothing different about Tim Tszyu. And Tony was supposed to come in there and really be a test for Tim Tszyu to let us know what kind of guy we got on our hands. I didn't see Tim Tszyu do nothing that he don't do in any other fight. If not, it was just if anything, he just didn't have to walk Tony down because Tony just stood in front of him, like what he said.
Stood there, bro.
So it's like if you have a fight and we have these expectations for you, you supposed to be a top 10 super welterweight, and the guy you fighting, we still don't know anything different the next morning. Like, I think that was a bad performance. It was show bad ring IQ. You stood in front of him. I don't know what the game plan was. I don't know, man. He just looked lethargic, man. Like, I don't know.
I like that from Gutman for me when you get a chance too, bro. Because I disagree, bro. Because every time up until that last one,
it's my cousin.
Okay, what it do? Up until up until those last, I won't even say the last round, I'll say the last 2 rounds. Up until the last 2 rounds, bro, every time when I thought like, okay, this motherfucker getting the best of Tony would do some shit where I'd be like, oh hell no, Tony's still in this motherfucker. Because every time, you know, because he was so he's so theatric with the way he respond when he get hit. Like he all in the motherfucking air and shit when he get hit. If he wasn't doing that, bro, he was looking good, bro. And then every time, you know, Tim Tszyu, when they would fight on the inside, they'll go flurry for flurry. I was liking that shit. So I mean, I can't really say that he got the fight knocked out of him until the fight got knocked out of him.
No, but you know what? That's a good, and I like that because Tim Tszyu, I think the thing that shocked Tony, I didn't think he was expecting Tim to be that fast. And I don't think he was expecting Tim to be that fast. And when he seen how fast he was countering him, I think that shit made Tony hold on to that right hand and say, you know what, this got to be a jab fest.
I gotta hold this motherfucker for a minute.
Yeah, I can't, because if he throw that right and Tim counter, it's over. Like, I think he kind of knew that.
Tim did look much faster than he usually looked. But then again, besides the speed coming out, you know, besides us seeing a little turn up in speed, everything else was the same with Tim, bro. Even Jamel said that shit when they asked Jamel, like, yo, are you seeing anything different that he did? And he like, nah, man, it looked like the same shit I was preparing for.
Yeah. I didn't think, you know what? I didn't think he was that good of a counter. I never really seen him counterpunch like that. But I didn't think he was that fast too. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, I hate giving excuses. So full credit to Tim Tszyu while we kind of talking this shit. Like, you know what I mean? But that shit just kind of blew me that like he was, I don't know, man. That shit is kind of that Tony, like, I think the fight told me more about Tony Harrison than it let me know about Tim Tszyu. Personally.
Because Tim Tszyu just came in there and was Tim Tszyu. He didn't show us nothing new. He showed us exactly what we had seen in the last couple fights.
Truth teller said Tim took Tony manhood. I don't know about that.
His manhood, man. He just lost the fight. Bro.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah,
he just lost the fight. He went in there, he boxed, he did what he could do.
Yeah, he got that power and that timing. Yeah, so yeah, we'll see. You know what I mean? But that's I just feel like Tony lost it more than Tim. Well, Tim Tszyu did win the fight for sure. He did what he had to do. You can only do what you're supposed to do with the guys doing in front of you. You can't do nothing. Like, I'm not expecting Tim Tszyu to put on a full-out boxing clinic and Tony Harrison standing in the fucking corner. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But I mean, on some rant shit, man. You know, fuck them Aussies, how they booed the flag. First of all, we don't care about the flag either. But second, we threw y'all one of our Americans, you know what I'm saying, just to see what y'all guy was about. And now that I done seen him against one of our Americans, bro, I gotta say, bro, not only do he lose the male, but that motherfucker lose to Castano and he lose to Fundora, bro.
Yeah, I don't think he beat Charles Conwell.
Yeah, he probably can't even beat Conwell, bro.
Yeah, that's bro. I know they not gonna do that. They trying to build this guy up, blah blah blah. That's the fight I want to see. I want to see Tim Tszyu and Charles Conwell, man. I think that shit gonna be electric.
But see, by Tim Tszyu, you probably would have been closer to that if Tim Tszyu would have lost. But by Tim Tszyu getting that win, you know what I'm saying?
Because he definitely gonna fight Mel. But even in the presser, after the presser, Tony said some real shit. He like, yo, I wish I was more active. Like, stay active, even if you can't. You looking at what the dude said?
I'm laughing at Boston because I know where he going with that.
He said, "Did they give?" No, they did. He did. And well, I don't know about the game plan, but he did. He did do a post fight interview with them.
What game plan, bro?
Huh?
What game plan?
I don't know.
It wasn't no game plan, bro. Go out there and snap the jab and see where we end up at. But nah, he did give a little something though when he was on the inside. But I would like to hear what Tony Corner was telling him in the middle of them rounds. That's what I want to hear.
See, look, hold up. See, this the shit I'll be talking about. Listen to the excuses now. Y'all are shameless. Now it's Tony lost at more than 10-1. It's crazy how y'all spin shit. First of all, I already said it's all credit to Tim. So you listening because you want to you listening because you want to hear something. Number two, I just said that Tim Tszyu didn't show. We didn't see anything different. We didn't learn anything about Tim Tszyu last night. That's what I'm saying. So the Tony Harrison shit is cool, but there's nothing that I saw in that fight last night that made me want to say, well, I think from seeing this with Tony Harrison, I think Tim Tszyu will have a better shot at Jermell Charlo. That's what I'm saying. So again, how is it shameless? I'm telling you, all credit to Tim. But what that was an easy fight. Period. Like, all credit to him. Yes, Tony popped his shit, but that was an easy fight. I think it was an easy fight. And at the end of the day, truth teller, like I said, man, this is a First Amendment space. You know what I mean? So, was it First Amendment, whatever the right to free speech is? So you could come in here and you could give your piece too. The link right there. You know what I mean? You don't even got a comment. You could pop right in. You know what I mean? If you feel away. You know what I mean?
Oh, Steve, my boy Steven said he an Aussie. That's what I was thinking myself. I was just about to say, man, he probably one of the ones who booed our flag.
Oh, yeah, he probably, yeah.
But that's all right, though, man. That's all right.
Yeah, man.
What'd he say?
He said Key might be a better body. Now, we were talking about the Key earlier. Okay. You know, Tim is going to spar Harrison for Charlo. I doubt that.
Time.
Yeah, he can't do nothing.
He can't get him ready for how can Tony get Tim ready for Charlo? Unless you were talking about the match, but whatever.
Yeah. He said they had a game plan, but sometimes fighters forget it. Yeah, I mean,
that's what they say, man. When you get hit, he definitely probably forgot that motherfucker. It was looking good for the first 4 rounds.
He said, you literally said Tony lost it. All that double speak is wild. So he got to be somewhere because I don't know what the fuck double speak.
That's probably a little kid or something, bro.
But what I'm saying is, truth teller, that Tony Harrison didn't do. It'll look his game plan, whatever the game plan was, it wasn't gonna lead to a path. It wasn't on a path to winning. So at the end of the day, I thought that the fight with Tim Tszyu was gonna teach me something about Tim Tszyu. I thought I was going to learn something. I even picked Tim Tszyu to knock out Tony 9-12. That was my prediction. You know what I'm saying? Like, I figured that he was going to knock him out, but I thought that Tony Harrison was going to make Tim Tszyu kind of show a different level. Maybe make Tim Tszyu show some better boxing skills, and he really didn't have to. Like, Tim Tszyu, this looked obviously it was easier than the Gaucher fight because he didn't stop Gaucher. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, and I don't think that Gaucher better than Tony, but I thought that Tony was going to show the fans why Tim Tszyu was either the next up or something. I just don't think that we got nothing different than what we saw. Either way,
that's a fact.
Nah, it's all good. I think we got some good ones coming up this week too, don't we?
Whatever, man. I think the whole schedule panning out to be something.
Yeah, nah. Let me see. Let me go click on it. Let me go. Let's see what fights we got coming up, man.
It seemed like we waited the whole day yesterday for that fight, ain't it?
Yeah, we did. Well, it was some stuff on. The Pacheco fight came on. He got that 4th round knockout, so that was pretty decent. You
got your boy Zerto and Rosado next week.
Oh yeah, that's about to be real nasty work. So let me see. I'm gonna just throw this up real quick.
It's a card on Thursday with your boy Jean Pascal.
Oh yeah. My boy Pat, not my boy, but yeah, he hates me. Yeah, Canadian. So I see Pascal versus Michael Eifert, IBF eliminator. Let me see. I don't know none of these other guys on this joint, so that's over with. UFC Fight Pass. I still don't know none of these guys. Yeah, Zerto, Gabe Rosado, Jojo Diaz, Justa. That's one. I think this one might be a cool one. Big Baby Miller fighting Lucas Brown, Jono Carroll, and Miguel Mariaga. That's gonna be Brandon Glanton back next weekend. Brandon Glanton back next weekend versus I don't know this guy, Son Asbarov. So look like a couple of these I guess Eastern European fighters is on the card. You see these names looking crazy. But Brandon Glanton, so that might be one to look at. So next week is going to be a pretty light night. We got Zerto at Saturday night. Probably in the afternoon, we got this Brandon Glanton card, and then so next week is going to be pretty light. But I think after next week is going to be really, really good fights. Like I said, we got Jose Ramirez and Richard Comey, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But then we got David Benavidez. This card is going to be bananas, man. It's David Benavidez, Caleb Plant, Jesus Ramos, and Joey Spencer. I'm really interested in that fight. Like I'm really, really, really interested.
That Joey Spencer, man, we get to see, man. We get to see what he made of for sure.
No, we're gonna see what him and Jesus Ramos made of too, because Jesus Ramos fought Luke Santa Maria. He fought Santa Maria in his last fight because remember Santa Maria had beat Abel Ramos, and then he moved up to 54 and fought Jesus Ramos. So now we about to see, and Jesus Ramos and look so good in that fight. So now we about to see. We gonna see what's his level.
He undefeated, isn't he?
They both undefeated.
Right. Yeah, I know about Spencer, man. I like the power in Spencer, but he seemed a tad bit slow to me.
He don't got like that killer instinct either.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he don't got it. It's something like, you know what? I'm not gonna say he don't got it, but it's something missing.
Right.
With Joey Spencer, it's something missing with Joey Spencer, and I don't know what it is yet. But we going whatever is missing, we gonna
about to see right now.
When
is that one?
That's March 25th. The week after next.
Oh, that's the same day as Plant.
Yeah, that's on the undercard.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now that's that. I was just gonna say earlier. My bad too. I had got one of them calls from the inside, so I had to take it right quick and let them know to call somebody else right quick. But man, that card after next week. I mean, Zerto gonna hold us down this weekend coming up.
Yeah.
But the 25th is the next big thing.
Yeah, for sure. And we got Cody Crowley versus Abel Ramos on that. That's gonna be a real good fight. I'm not sure how much Abel got left in the tank, man, but I like Abel. I like that. I like that Abel and Omar Figueroa fight. He was fucking working Omar Figueroa, man. He had that motherfucker throwing up blood in that joint. That was a crazy one.
Damn, you doing my boy like that? You say Rayo getting the stop? The stop?
No, I don't know. Oh, somebody said that at the bottom?
Yeah, Grit say that. He say Rayo getting a stoppage. That's a tough one.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, Bulletproof Glenn. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. Fat Big Baby Miller. Yeah, Zerto in that get back fight. Ramos about to cook. I think so too, man. I think Ramos gonna beat Joey Spencer, but we gotta see. Colbert on that card too. Benavidez and Rayo getting stops. Okay, so you think Benavidez knocking out Plant and Rayo gonna knock out Colbert? Okay. Now, Gritty. If you get what you want, don't be surprised if they ain't saying that Jose Benavidez is the trainer of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like Rayo want to come back knockout. He just got Pacheco just headlined in England. Now he was supposed to be on the Colin Smith undercard, but Colin Smith pulled out with an injury. So it is what it is. But Pacheco just headlined. And then now we got Rayo. If he could get a win, if Benavidez could get a win, I'm sure. And it's just the first couple months of the year. So I'm sure we'll see all these guys in fights again a couple times, you know what I mean, for the year's over. So, hey, man, if Team Benavidez clean up, we might be looking at these guys as we might be looking at Jose Benavidez Sr. as coach of the year, possibly. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Cody Crowley versus Abel Ramos fight of the night. I don't know, man. I ain't gonna give him that. Now I like Cody Crowley. I like his I like Cody Crowley's style. He like real gritty, like you know what I mean. I like his style. He an inside fighter. He like to fight. Abel Ramos the same. Like Abel Ramos, he gonna come in. He gonna give you that work. He not gonna be running around the ring too much. He gonna be there. You know what I mean. So I do think that got the potential to be a very good fight. I'm just not sure how much better than that Jesus Ramos fight. Jesus Ramos fight that's gonna be. I'll be cool with that unless James got AJ looking good with Spence winning, Tank Law. Ooh, that's
if AJ drops something, Derek automatically at the top for trainer of the year, bro.
AJ got to come back. But he got him working though. He got him working. And I think with him over there, you know, Errol Spence over there, like them guys, like, because you know, you only the man when you the man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, well, excuse me. You only the man where you're the man. You know what I mean? And where you not, you not. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you coming in Derek James, Jim, and you got guys like Frank Martin. I'm sure he's got other amateurs he's working with in there. Guys like Errol Spence in and out that gym. You're not about to be telling motherfuckers what you going to do and what you not going to do.
Right.
We got a 3-belt champion in here, just like you was a 3-belt champion. You know what I'm saying? One of the top fighters. We got one of the top contenders in here now. And these motherfuckers is putting that work in. So ain't no way that they just going to let you do what you want to do, and then these guys are getting held to a certain standard, and it happening like that.
Hey man, you know what I liked about just to throw it back, because I see somebody was mentioning Keyshawn, but I like how he was ranking himself honestly amongst the other guys. Like he was saying, you know, with Tank and that natural power, he was like, I know I fall under Tank with natural power, and I also know that I fall under Shakur when it comes to, you know, natural boxing ability. You get what I'm saying? But it's still open that he could be either one of those guys with his own game plan.
Yeah, for sure.
But I like the way he pitched that.
He gave me a lot of real. Like he gave me a lot of real. Like he a real guy. You could tell. It's one of them things where, you know, some people like that. Like if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. You know what I mean? Some people just like that. Like if we locked in, then that's what it is. You know what I mean? And you gotta respect it. You know what I mean? Boston said, is AJ training in America? Yeah, AJ here. Yeah, for sure. Like, all right, my man Grady. Yeah, AJ is in Texas. Yeah. Nah, for sure, man. So, you know, I think that's some good fights, man. Do you got a winner for that Chris Colbert and Ryo fight?
No, I don't, man. The only reason is because the last time we saw Colbert, we never saw him looking like that. So I really don't know what Colbert we gonna get in this fight. So I mean, if we had saw Colbert on a more consistent basis, then it would have been easier for me to give a judgment on this fight. But it's kind of hard because I know what we saw before that last fight, you know, against Hector or whatnot. But I also know what I saw against Hector, and I don't know if that's gonna be something that's gonna be, you know, repetitive from him. I don't know if. Shit, who knows? Maybe Ryo might go in there and hit him with that thumper, and he might get back on that same bike.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I really don't know what they expect from him. So it's hard for me to pass any judgment on that fight. But as of now, man, I'm going with Ryo.
Yeah, I just don't think, like, I don't see no world where he could win no kind of exchanges with Ryo. Like, Ryo is still a big puncher. Like, he's still a big puncher. And then I don't know how tall Chris Colbert is, but Ryo is not small, bro. Like, he not small. He like 5'10", probably 5'9", 5'10". You know what I mean? So we'll see. I think that's gonna be a.
But I tell you what, though, True, I ain't letting nobody fool me in a press conference, bro. I'm not letting Colbert change my mind. We not doing that, bro. Did you
put some money on Tony? You put money on Tony yesterday?
No, hell no, man. I told you it ain't matter what he say, man. I was just there to see the fight. I didn't want to bet against him. I told you I was rooting for him, bro. I was rooting for him. For sure, I was pulling for him, bro. But I just didn't, you know, I didn't see him winning unless, you know what I'm saying, he took enough rounds early. And honestly, you know, regardless of what, bro, if I got to slide down in the chair as I say this, I don't know if I should be embarrassed to say this, but you know I got to stand on how I feel and what I said, bro. I scored the fight like Farhood.
Yeah. Hey, bro. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that. Like
Farhood, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I know I wasn't looking at it like that by myself. There was also somebody, you know, who came on your live, I think, afterwards, and also said that they had it the same way. So you know what I'm saying, man? I did have it like that. So when Farhood shit popped up, I was like, wow, that's identical to my card.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact. Greedy said they both got stopped in their last fights. Only one showed dog. Cobra got a lot to prove and the most pressure on him. Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah,
Cobra got the biggest mouth.
Facts.
That's another thing. So when you got that mouth, man, you kind of gotta show us something, bro.
Yeah, nah, we're gonna see. Cause I still want to see that Frank versus Cobra. Said Frank is the truth. I wasn't sure about him at first, but he left no doubt after that Rivera win. That was a very good win. Very, very good win from Frank. Frank the truth. I really want to see Frank and Tank. You know what I mean? I really want to see Frank and Tank. You know what I mean? That's the fight I want to see. I'm not gonna lie.
Frank might be the most competitive fight for Tank as of now at 35. I don't really know because I honestly don't know how Frank and Keyshawn would go. But I kind of got to put them in a triangle. Frank, Tank, and Keyshawn. I kind of got them in a triangle.
I'm like on some real, and I'm not trying to like I like Frank. I think Frank is right at the top of there with anybody 135. The only thing that kind of would sway not the only thing, because the fight, what I see that sway my opinion, and that's the same thing that I asked Keyshawn. Like Keyshawn is a guy that's his sparring partners is Terrence fucking Crawford and Shakur Stevenson. Two guys that fight. Well, Shakur only fight out of southpaw. We know Bud switch, but Bud like to fight out of southpaw. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't think that them two guys could make up for like Frank Martin athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
But when you talk about top tier southpaw in sparring, I don't think it get no better than that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think Frank could find a better sparring partners for a fight with you know what I mean? Like, I don't think Frank could find, I don't think that Frank will find better sparring partners for Keyshawn than Keyshawn would have for him. Right. And granted, sparring is sparring. That don't mean shit. Sparring, he still got to fight the fight. But I think that southpaw advantage, I don't think is gonna be there. Like, I don't think that, I think that's a real fight. Who the best man? I don't think, he got that advantage because he is southpaw. I don't see that in that fight.
It's gonna be man on man.
Yeah, mano y mano. That shit going, you know what I mean? That shit gonna come down to,
I agree with Mel on that too. YK Mel. I definitely agree.
Let me see. He said, real jail, I have him top 5 at 135. And personally, I think his style beats Haney. Southpaw that neutralizes the jab against a fighter that struggles with his southpaw. Well, we ain't seen nobody neutralize Haney jab. We seen Michelle Rivera jab get neutralized, but he didn't have nothing else to even. He didn't make no adjustments. So I don't think that Rivera is on the level of Keyshawn. That's on the level of a Shakur, on the level of a Frank, on the level of a lot of those guys at 135. And truthfully, I really wish that guy would go and fight at 140, man, because he a bigger guy. And I just think, why go through the hassle of losing the weight? You know what I'm saying? And he got that suspension that he got too. So you about to sit out the ring for a little bit. You got to work your way back up the rankings because you just took a loss. So his next fight, think about it. If Michelle Rivera continue to fight at 135, if his next fight ain't about to be right back in the fire, he got to take a developmental fight. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, at this point, you 25, 26, and you still ain't fought for a world title yet because you still got this shit in your head about making 135.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Get it up there.
Yeah, Rivera definitely not nowhere near Haney jab-wise at all. Rivera's only weapon is his jab. I tried telling y'all this wasn't. I was saying, I said that shit too. I knew that Frank was about to beat, and this ain't one of them post time. I knew. It was nothing that he could have did with Frank Martin, bro. Like, I understand, and let's just say, he had issues, weight issues, whatever. Man, that dude could have been 100% healthy. That same shit was gonna happen. That same thing was gonna happen.
The only reason I can't agree with that is because he was real jabby in that fight. But prior to that, bro, he was looking a little bit more well-rounded in the other previous fights that I had saw him in. Yes, his jab was his most how can I say this? Well, his jab was his best
most utilized weapon. Yeah, that was his most utilized weapon.
But he still showed more roundedness in those other fights. You feel me? In that fight, it's like once his jab was gone, he was gone. I don't know what the fuck happened. You get what I'm saying? But I mean, we got to see him against somebody else. Yeah, we did good business that night, Gritty. I think we're gonna have some more good business coming soon, man. We just gonna lay round for it because of course, we got some other things that we don't really see eye to eye with. So, I think we got some other good business that's gonna go on that might lean the other way. Haney did.
I think me. Oh, you picked Michelle Rivera?
Of course.
Why you say that?
Bro, Michelle from the crib, bro.
Okay. All right, got you. He do. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
I should have caught Gritty with the, because if somebody well buffs, I could have caught Gritty. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like betting on a fight when I'm rooting for somebody to win because I betted on them when I really in my heart want the other person to win. So that's why I didn't really want to bet on that fight and pick Tim Tszyu, because I personally didn't give a fuck about Tim Tszyu. Like I wanted Tony to win, so I didn't want to bet against him. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I'll catch you another time, Grit.
Well, he said Haney jab percentage lands significantly lower against southpaws. So let's break that down. YK Mel, you said Haney's jab percentage lands significantly lower against southpaws. So that means that you should be able to show me the southpaws Devin Haney's fought, along with the CompuBox stats that you got showing from him fighting orthodox and southpaw fighters, and put that together, since that's what you say. I didn't say that. That's what you said. So if you got the stats, send them to me. You don't got to do it right here. Just send me the stats. That way I can look at it too. Because
let's see that homework, man.
I want to see what, because he said it. So I want to see what you see. And combine that with speed and athleticism of Frank is all bad. Outside of jab, what Haney got. See, Devin Haney is a complete fighter, right? So Devin Haney, he got a jab, he got a right hand, he could throw every punch. Whether you think so or not, Devin Haney does go to the body. He is a good body puncher. He just ain't got all of the strength, but he is a good body puncher. He set traps. He gonna walk you into shit. Like, it's not nothing. Like, I don't think Devin Haney is a limited fighter. So you saying outside his jab, what he got, everything else. Like, unless it's something different, I don't think that. I mean, unless it's something I don't know. I don't think that Devin Haney's a limited fighter. For what I'm saying, that, like, yeah, if he can't jab you, then what else he got? Like, I don't think that. And I do think Devin Haney has one of the best jabs in boxing for sure. Let me see. Yeah, I did. I didn't bet on Tony. I was rooting for I wouldn't have bet on Tony either. I almost did, but yeah, nah. Yeah. Let me see. Devin Haney, Frank, 50-50 fight. Nobody dominant. I think that'd be a good fight. I would love, and then truthfully, I think that, or Frank did say that he kind of didn't step on the gas because that was his first 12-rounder. So I think if he would have really stepped on the gas, he might have been able to get Michelle out of there. You know what I mean? If he would have got Michelle out of there, then you never know. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I think both of them are high IQ fighters, but the reason why I have to get an edge to Frank when it comes to that is because not only do we have a high IQ, but he got a hell of a trainer in that corner. You get what I'm saying? Who gonna help him make them adjustments during the fight? So it's like, okay, if both of us got a high IQ, but I got motherfucking Derrick James in my corner. You get what I'm saying? Who telling me all the right shit during them 30 seconds, bro. It's like, man, that trainer is important, bro. That's an important aspect of the fight. Yeah. Clearly, as we done saw niggas in the corner before getting slapped. What fight that was?
For who?
What fight that was when they ain't had nothing for the nigga but to slap him up and tell him to tighten up? And remember, he was in the corner getting the shit slapped out of him. Who
got slapped?
Huh?
Who got slapped up?
You don't remember that shit, bro?
Nah.
Yo, it was a nigga in the corner recently, bro. This was this year. It was a nigga in the corner, and his trainer was like slapping the shit out of him, man. Somebody help me out in the comments, bro.
Yeah. Nah, that's he talking about recently. Now I seen it before. I done seen it before.
Bro, he slapped him like 3 to 4 times, bro, and was like, like first he asked him, like, you all right? And then he slapped the shit out of him. I'm like, damn, he probably was. Oh, okay, Trinidad Pops.
Nah, but that's old though. He talking about that's a long time ago. You talk about a recent fight.
I'm talking about a recent fight.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me I gotta find.
Got the connection percentage on Jojo Diaz. I'll check it out. I believe you, man. I believe you. I saw the one tall Dominican that beat Rolly Lamb, mad straight rights on Frank. I feel like Frank got better, but not perfect. That's a great fight. Yeah, Frank still do got some flaws. Like Frank got flaws. Like now, Frank got flaws. But again, sometimes you have fighters that just put together great performances. And I think that whatever flaws Frank Martin has, they wasn't on display against Michelle Rivera. And I like seeing fighters. I mean, all fighters is flawed, but I like seeing, even though you're a flawed fighter, everybody is flawed, but you could have performances without flaw. You get what I'm saying? Like everybody's flawed, but can you go out and have that performance that makes you look like the fucking number one pound for pound guy? And I think that's what Frank did in that fight against Michelle. It was a flawless performance. He did everything he was supposed to do. He ain't leave no stone unturned. Only thing he didn't do was stop him. And I respect it and he said, I respect it. I didn't want to empty the tank. I respect that. Yeah. He did get countered a lot by Jackson Marinez. He definitely got countered a lot in that Jackson Marinez fight. But again, and I'm not making excuses. This is out of his mouth, which it is what it is. Frank Martin said, like, that was a late replacement. We didn't have a real game plan for him. I just kind of went out there and did what I wanted to do.
Yeah, so ain't no telling how it would have been if
But still, if you supposed to be a top echelon fighter or working your way to get there, I want to see you be able to make in-ring adjustments.
Which he did.
That's important. No, not in that. Well, he didn't make in-ring adjustments.
Frank, right?
Yeah, in the Marinez fight, he ain't make no in-ring adjustments.
Oh, okay. No. I'm still thinking about another fight, so.
Yeah, he ain't make no in-ring adjustments. What Frank did was turn that dog up on Marinez and knocked him the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, he just turned that dog up. That was really it.
On him. Hey, I found it too. It was a fight on January 7th, Damon Nicholson.
Okay, yeah.
In the corner against
I was there, so I wasn't really, I probably wasn't looking at this.
Man, you should have heard it. You heard the slaps in person then. He was palming his ass. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. That was funny. Let me see. Not sure.
Yeah, man. Rivera definitely looked lost in that Frank fight, bro. Like, after a couple rounds, bro, I don't know if something was wrong with him or maybe Frank beat him into looking like that or what, but he was definitely looking lost, bro. That's a fact.
But for Frank, man, I wonder what's next for him. Obviously, he was out in January. Hopefully, we could see him out before the mid-year.
So we could get him 3 times, right?
Yeah, like that's what I want. Like that we could get bro for 3 times. Like hopefully we could see him out. You know what I mean?
Probably gonna be on that Spectrum card, bro.
Hey, put some respect on Spectrum. You know
that's probably why he waiting, bro.
Yeah, put some respect on Spectrum. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad at that though. I would love to see that. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be mad at that at all. You know what I'm saying? So Frank versus Cruz for a title with Dev move up, man. I may not want to. Isak Cruz don't want to fight nobody. And you know what? One thing I want to say with this sport, you got to shout out the managers, man, because motherfucker like Sean Gibbons for Max Sayo to beat Gary, right? Came back, lost to Ray Vargas, so he beat Gary, lost the title, and then for the interim fight, his next fight, right back out.
Man, if let me ask you this: if they'll vacate, do Tank get moved up?
Yeah,
I don't want that for Tank, dog.
What?
I don't want to know. Only way I want to see him move up and get that belt is if they're gonna automatically right after that give him a shot at of unifying, bro. Because you know how they're gonna do Tank, bro. If he end up with an email belt.
Nah, but listen. That email, that shit is that shit is relative. That's like some narrative shit. Like, for example, do people call Big Maul Charlo at 160? Nobody call him an email champion.
Yeah, because he already defended the belt.
Yeah, but Canelo vacated and he was made the champion when Canelo vacated.
I mean, if he would have been talking and hadn't defended that belt yet, we would have heard some email talks.
No, but what I'm saying is that the reason why we heard the email talk is because Devin Haney was on DAZN. If Devin Haney was on ESPN and Lomachenko vacated and they made Haney the full champion, we would have never heard email talk. It would have never been that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of these guys that become champion when the next guy just move up. You know what I'm saying? That become the, like, you know what I mean, the whatever. Like fucking Ugas. They made Ugas the champion. They made Pacquiao champion in recession. Yes, he did fight Pacquiao, right? But they had already made him the email champ, if you want to say that. Nobody called Ugas the email champ. I never heard that. Nobody ain't saying Earl beat Ugas for the email belt.
That's a fact.
Now I'm saying that shit be with narrative. Again, that's like that shit with Lomachenko sitting at the top of that pound for pound list. These people had these narratives that they want to push and drive. And if you're not a part of what they got going on, well, you gonna be a victim.
Don't worry, they're about to end that shit. Once they do it to him, I don't want to see him on nobody's shit after that.
So Cozy said, Rito said Frank versus Tank for a unification. So the thing with that, Rito, is that Frank is number one in the WBA right now. Tank is the world champion in the WBA right now. So what had happened was Tank would move up. If Devin vacated or moved up to 140, Tank would become the full champion, and then Frank would still be number one. So that fight wouldn't be a unification. It would just be a regular fight.
Facts.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
WBA.
Oh, so he said the Reggie WBA belt holder be the ones fighting mandatories. But Steph, if you notice, they removed, like, for example, Tank beat Barrios for the 140 Reggie belt. But after Tank vacated that belt, they went away with it. So at 140, it's only Puello. There's no champion, no Reggie belt champion under Puello. That's why you just saw the shit with the WBA saying they might call Haney versus Tank, because Tank got the Reggie belt. Once that Reggie belt go away, it's never coming back. It's not about to be a regular belt no more. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're looking at from that sanctioning body in particular. Yeah, that email champion shit is
real
trash.
Quick second, buddy. Real quick.
That's all good. Now, it's all good. I'm about to shut it down, man. I'm about to pop off, man, because I'm Sunday. We gotta handle the business, man. So I appreciate everybody joining me, man. My boy Cal. We had the Keyshawn Davis interview, man. I appreciate it. You want to close out and say anything, Cal?
Nah, man, it's all good, man. I'm on Twitter, man. Cal Approved, same name.
Is her? Yeah, I mean, hey, man, if anybody if anybody in here, man, if you can, like, man, give my channel a subscribe, tell somebody else about my channel. You know what I mean? We trying to grow. We on a road to 1,000. We halfway there. You know what I mean? And we're gonna keep putting out good work, man. This year, this first 3-4 months, man, I done put some good work in, man. Erickson Lubin, Keyshawn Davis, David Benavidez, Pacheco, Charles Conwell, shit. And I know I got Gary Antoine Russell. Now I done got a lot of work in there, man. This year, man. So for sure, we trying to do it all, man. So like, comment, and for sure, for shit show, like my boy Cal say, subscribe to the channel, man.
Shout out Eastside Boston.
Appreciate it, man. I'm gonna get up out of here.
Yo.